Hi, and welcome to the Prairie Creek Philly cheesesteak training. Thanks for joining us. Wanted to invite you to our test kitchen here today to go over the different products that are offered in the Prairie Creek, the Silver Brook, and the River Hill brands. If you follow me over here, we'll start with the Distinctions brand. The Distinctions brand is what we call a puck. You can see that D shape or that oval shape. This has no marinade. It is 100% Midwest beef. Secondarily, we have the Originals. The Originals brand is lightly marinated. It's 25% marinade. And then here we have the Foundations. Foundations is more than 25% marinade. And then we have our River Hill Silverbrook chicken puck. Now the reason, if you noticed in the first plate here, we have Distinctions, and you see the two different sizes. This size here is 4 ounce. This is 6 ounce. Over here on the Originals, we have a 3 ounce and a 5 ounce. Now the reason that the size shape is different is because as you go up in weight, it's important to keep the height of the steak controlled. We call that listening to the customer. Some other suppliers out there, they don't really control that. They keep one die size. And the problem with that is then you're changing cook speed. If you'll notice on the Foundations, it's a rectangle shape. At 5 ounces or less, it's 4.5 by 4.5 inches. If you go 6 ounces, which you do have a 6 ounce, it actually goes to a 4-inch by 6-inch size. And on the River Hill Silverbrook chicken, it's available in just that puck shape. Now what we wanted to showcase to you is cook speed, and this becomes extremely important when you're going up against your competition. This is what the industry calls a flat steak. You may have seen this. They're usually relatively inexpensive. They're made out of lots of different meat blocks. We're going to cook one. We're going to cook your Foundations, and we're going to go ahead and cook one of your Distinctions. Now as they cook, there's a big difference between these cuts. This one here, the slices go this way, horizontal. These are sheets. This is a 5 ounce, but these are sheets of steak. Right here, you see that little bubble popping up right there? That little chimney? See the heat rising through the slices? The reason why is the slices are vertical. They're going this way, running through the steak. So what happens is you're able to flip it, and it already starts breaking apart into those thin little strips. This one, I'm going to flip. You can see no chimneys, no heat rising through yet. You notice on your puck, see the chimney already? Even though it's thicker than this one, it's still ready to flip. And it's going to start breaking apart a little bit later than this one, but take a look at that cook speed. So all I'm doing is scrambling. You can use 1 spatula, 2 spatulas. If you want to have a show, you make a lot of noise. So once this is getting close, now we're going to top it with cheese. This one, what do we have to do next, right? We got to chop it up. So what's interesting in a restaurant setting is they're going through a lot of different labor rotation. People coming in and out of the restaurant, starting on Monday, quitting on Friday. They have to hire somebody else. What's interesting about the flat steak, there's nothing wrong with it, but you have to teach somebody how to cook it. You have to teach them how to chop it up. This one, you don't have to. See, the puck is going to take a little longer because of its thickness, but it still has the same technology as your Foundations. Now from here, you can see the Foundations is already done. We're ready to serve a cheesesteak sandwich to anybody ready to eat. Now watch that puck finish up here. All we're doing is letting the heat rise through those slices. Just scrambling a little bit. This one's about done. Let's go ahead and get some cheese on that one. The flat steak, or the Foundation steak that's already done, usually cooks about 15% faster than the flat steak. And then your puck is about 15% longer than the flat steak. So we got a cheesesteak sandwich here. And we'll pull this guy off. We have a cheesesteak sandwich here. So this demonstrates some of the cook speed differences, the product quality differences that you noticed in the meat block. And the one thing that we didn't really cook today is this chicken, and I want to go ahead and take the time to do that. So we're going to set this guy down. We've already thawed that out, obviously. But the chicken cooks extremely fast as well. You can see those chunk slices in there. That, again, allows the heat to rise through those slices, give you great product definition. And why that's important is for versatility. Name a chicken that you can cook from frozen. The only one that we know of is IQF breast. And although that's great, it also costs a lot. So with the Silverbrook product, River Hill, you can create many dishes with the same exact chicken ingredient, and you can do it from frozen. We did this from thawed, but again, from frozen is how it's designed to cook. So it didn't take very long to get close here. You do want to cook these through, of course, but that scrambling technique helps you cook it just a little bit faster. Now we'll set this aside, and let me show you some fun recipe ideas. So right in front of us here we have our pesto, fresh mozzarella, chicken flatbread pizza. This can be done on a grill. We have our cheesesteak sandwiches that we've created for you today. Over here, we just picked up a sauce here, the golden coconut curry, and we made a golden coconut curry sandwich with some fresh vegetables. Over here we have a beef bulgogi, and this has the kimchi included in that wrap. Don't forget about breakfast. Steak, egg, and cheese. Now we put a side of hash browns here, but this makes a great sandwich. It's very quick. They can cook it from frozen and be ready to go. Up front, we're featuring some nachos. Now we did land and sky here, so we have our beef and our chicken. One thing to keep in mind with the beef, it costs more than chicken. So putting a larger amount of chicken, a little bit lesser amount of steak, gives you the ability to drive food costs down. Have you ever thought about a hot beef sandwich utilizing your product? It works great, it's fast. Ramen bowls, stir fries, all very popular right now. Low food cost, high perceived value. So the benefits that we talked about, having something that's fast cooking sets you apart. If you're up against this item here from your competition, show them this one. If you're up against this item, show them this one. Anything you're up against, you can always go back to something extremely unique, and that's the Foundations product. Faster cooking, very unique. Don't forget, these are profitable items that you can count on. Why is portion control from a frozen state important? Because you can count it. You can count on it. You can use it for lots of versatility, and people love it. It's great flavor. We want to thank you for joining us today. To learn more about the Prairie Creek brand, if you need us, you just call us.